Hiya, I'm back in the studio today. I'm going to be finishing, I might spend an hour finishing these baubles, or getting as much as I can get done in an hour. I also need to do an hour of my business records. I'm not going to film that because it's boring. Can I just say that painting on baubles isn't the easiest thing in the world. I know when I do a time lapse it looks like it's going really fast. It's not, because these MDF baubles are like, they're hairy. The wood's hairy. Not that you can see, it's not like a hairy bauble, but the fibres in it catch on the brush, so it's like it like resists the paint and also gets stuck on the paintbrush too. So I just thought I'd put that in case it looked like I was being, you know, dead super quick. I've been here for 20 minutes and there's still loads to do. So all the colour's done on those, except the white. If you've watched the other videos that I've done painting these up, you'll know, maybe, there are sections on the hat that are going to be white. So like on the Santa hat and on these ones, that's going to be white. And then in the background, I'll either do white stars or like white snow, and then that'll be repeated on the back. I'm going to wait until the colour is completely dry before I add the white. And in that time, I'm going to set a really quick timer and do some business records, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I'm going to try and start doing them every day so they become less of a chore, because I have left them. I used to do them every Friday, and then for a long time I haven't, and I have got business records going back to middle of June that I just need to add like receipts to my spreadsheet on my computer. Before I do that though, and it's kind of linked to my business records, people have asked in the comments, they want to know a little bit more about what I do to bring money in. So before I go and actually do my business records, I thought I'd answer that. So I run a small business from home called Embers and Ink. So I'm classed as a sole trader. I set this business up, when was it? I don't know, 2017? I was at the time working as a teaching assistant with 4 and 5-year-olds, and that was great, but I just wanted something that was more creative and where I could be working on my own time schedule. So yeah, so I set up Embers and Ink, and at Embers and Ink I sell greetings cards, stationery, gifts, and it's all plastic free. That's my kind of thing. I try and be as plastic free as possible, and in my business I am now a plastic free business. I got given, where is it? It's in my market boxes over there. I got given an award from Surfers Against Sewage, so I am a plastic free champion. My business is a plastic free champion. So yeah, that's all very important to me. So I do plastic free, like greetings cards, art prints, stationery, you know, on recycled materials, on compostable materials. I post out plastic free, and these will go in there as well. They'll be sold either online or in markets. So markets are a big part of my income. as well as is my online shop. So I've got an online shop, I sell at markets, and I also sell in shops. So the Sheffield Makers shop is a good example. If you've watched me before, you'll have seen me in the Sheffield Makers shop, and I'll be in there again this week. And that's a shop that sells local makers and local artists' materials, and they stock my stuff. If you want any more information about this, I've done a longer video about, it's all about like why I've taken a year out to focus on my sketchbooking and like the direction I kind of want to go in now, and I'll try and link that up here. But if not, if you don't see any kind of pop-ups come up there, have a look in the video description and I'll link it there as well. That's that done. It's amazing how setting a timer, like a little 10-minute or 20-minute nugget, and actually setting a timer on your computer or on your phone and saying that's the amount of time I've got to do this job, it's amazing how much you actually get done. I've had a really good question from one of you guys, Kitty Nico Cat, I hope I've said your name right, and they've asked me to share my tripod setup and how I film my overhead shots. And yes, I will happily share this, because when I was looking how to do this, it took me a long time to research it. So it's always good to share that knowledge. So let me turn you around and I'll show you. So I have this, which is a microphone stand. I think it might be called a boom mic stand. And it's just a normal microphone stand as you'd expect. So it's got one big stick that goes up there, which is adjustable here. So you can make this bit higher or lower. And then you've got one stick that goes along here, which you can like change the angle of that. And then this stick here also, you can change the length of this, so you can shorten this or lengthen it. The thing that makes this usable as an overhead tripod is this little adapter. This thing here. I can't remember the size of the thread, let me just check. So this is just a regular kind of Gorilla Pod type, where's the brand? Anosa. I think you can get them online, just do a quick search for like a phone tripod. It's normally attached to this thing here, but you can unscrew it, and I therefore screw it into this. Now this attachment didn't come with the mic, so I bought this separately, and this is just an adapter to make this thread the same thread as this one, which is the thread that's on the phone tripod, the mini phone tripod. It doesn't say what threads they are, you'd have to check your own devices, but that's what I use. If it's helpful, they are standard threads, because this thread was the same thread as I used to use on my big tripod for my DSLR, and this whole setup used to hold the weight of my DSLR, which is a bigger camera and bigger and heavier. So it is a good setup, you just got to make sure that these are tight enough, so you just really crank those round. And also a good thing to have is something weighted on one of the legs. You can put anything on there, something really light would work. Sometimes I just put my pencil case bag, or you know, any kind of box that I've got laying around. But then I remembered I had these old weights which handily just slot through the legs, so that's what I use for that. And then when that's all set up, it's perfect for getting an overhead shot of what's going on my table. But I think these are all dry now, so I'm going to add the white, and then we're one step closer. of the backgrounds done, apart from the rear of them. So I'll do those another day because they need to dry. And this is where I'm going to leave the video because it's getting dark and the light is all weird. So until the next one, bye.